Hey guys, Cole here, just to say that if you like our content, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. Now, on with the show. Welcome back to the Weekly Wheel. As always, I'm your host, Cole. On this week's show, we talk about Soulja Boy's game console, a Half-Life 2 mod, and some news from Activision-Blizzard. All this and more in this spin of the Weekly Wheel. Now, if you thought the game industry was weird, then you may have missed the news last month that Soulja Boy was releasing his own gaming consoles. He released the Soulja game console and the Soulja game handheld. Both are alleged to be able to play Nintendo Switch, 3DS, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Neo Geo, PlayStation Vita, and NES classics. The console version was said to have 800 built-in games, while the handheld had 3,000 games. On December 28, 2018, Soulja Boy released a tweet implying that he does not plan to pull his game consoles from his store, that there are no legal problems with them, and that there was no way in hell Nintendo was going to sue over this. Well, it appears things have taken a drastic turn, as both the console and handheld were pulled from his online store. Fans of Soulja Boy merch, however, can still get their hands on the Soulja watch and tablet for pretty cheap. No word yet if Soulja Boy plans to return to the game industry as a hardware developer. Still sounds so weird to say Soulja Boy that much. Why can't he just be Soulja Boy? Now, for the first highlight of the new year, we're looking at a game from 2004. After 9 years of development, fans have finally put out the M mod for Half-Life 2. This mod adds a ton of tweaks and additions, like new animations and new AI for the game's enemies, along with new classic weapons. This mod looks amazing, breathing new life into a 14-year-old game, and fans have been having a great time replaying this classic. The modders' work isn't done yet though, as they've talked about new features that are going to be added over this. We put a link in the MODD page down below, and hopefully this can tide you over until Half-Life 3. Whenever that is. In other news, senior executive and CFO of Activision-Blizzard, Spencer Newman, has left the company. After receiving a notice on December 31st, his contract at the gaming giant behind gaming behemoths like Call of Duty, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, and StarCraft has been terminated. The company terminated Newman's contract for cause unrelated to the company's financial reporting or disclosure controls and procedures, Activision-Blizzard said in a U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filing. Activision-Blizzard's PR team stated that he was terminated for cause for violating his legal obligations to the company. Luckily for Newman, he has recently instated as the new CFO of Netflix, replacing David Wells. Netflix only made a passing mention of Newman's time at Activision in a recent press release. It's unknown when we'll start working at the streaming giant, but stay tuned to Game Wheel as the story develops. Now, we may have taken a break from delivering content to you, but do you know who never takes a break from delivering core content? Humble Monthly is a curated bundle of games sent to your inbox every month. Subscribe for just $12 a month to immediately unlock Yakuza 0 and Tom Clancy's The Division, with more to come. Build the ultimate game library. Every game is yours to keep. Cancel anytime. A special link is in the description down below. Now, last up on the wheel, we heard from Sonic Team's head about a game they've been wanting to remake. In an interview with Retro Game, Sonic Team's Takashi Iizuka stated how he wants to remake Sonic Adventure. For you youngins out there, Sonic Adventure was originally released on the Sega Dreamcast almost 20 years ago, and became an instant hit, with Lazuka stating, "It was the first high-speed 3D action game that also featured a scenario highlighted with 6 different stories. The A-Life KO, 6 unique styles of gameplay. It is a unique game offering even 20 years after its release." At the time, it also wasn't a solitary software release. It was the title to bring people to the Dreamcast, and we were given the budget to make something to showcase the hardware. However, it was the very first 3D game that we worked on, and looking at it now, I can see the rough edges it has, which really makes me want to remake it again. But fans might not be getting a remake anytime soon, as Sonic Adventure was number 18 in the list of Sonic games being put in the Sega Ages line. But with the Sonic movie coming out this year, maybe the sky will be clear for the Blue Blur to go on another adventure. Well, that ends the spin of the Weekly Wheel. As always, if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us online for new updates. If there's something you'd like to see on the show, leave a comment down below and let us know what you thought of this week's stories. As always, a special thanks to the Infinity Forge for letting us use their facilities. See you guys next time. Wait, before you leave, we have an extra gift for you guys. We were originally going to cover the Fallout 76 nuke glitch in today's episode, but so much has happened with Fallout that we decided to put it together in an Oops All Fallout special. So click here to check it out, and we'll see you next week.